Joining me from her home is Dr. Joey Shulman. She's here to talk to us about simple ways to reduce our toxic load, which just sounds so gross, our toxic load. So Dr. Joey, can you explain what a toxic load actually is?
I will. First, I hope Sid feels better. And, if it's not one thing, it's another. But let's talk about toxic load and what exactly we can do. So, Trace, basically, everybody has a bucket. And it's how full your bucket gets of toxicity. And people are like, well, what is that? It's everywhere. It's herbicides, it's pesticides, it's stress, it's lack of activity, it's chemicals. The key is, Trace, we don't want our bucket to tip. When our bucket tips, that's when we become symptomatic and autoimmune or inflammatory. And I'm here to talk about how we can reduce the load in your individual bucket.
Ooh, that's so good. We want to reduce that load. So how do we start to reduce the load? What do we need to do?
So small steps, right? The first thing I'm really passionate about is cleaning supplies. Cleaning supplies that are conventional are pretty chemically, pretty toxic. And all I tell people is if you take some dishwasher pucks, some regular ones, and put your face in them and smell them, your throat goes a little bit, which it shouldn't. Cleaning supplies should be just that, natural, pure, and they should help get your house clean. And there's so many wonderful Canadian ones on the market right now, or you can make your own. The other thing is natural beauty products that we're using, from mascaras to lipsticks. There's natural options out there, and even for deodorant, which I know people are going to be like, no, it doesn't work. Trust me, you will find one that works. Natural deodorants, full disclosure, I've been using one for years, and they work. They really do work, and there's no harsh chemicals to them.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Dr. Joey smells good. We're all onto natural deodorants here in the house too. And trust me, I used to use like a man's sports deodorant. So if it's holding me, it actually works, the natural deodorants. Let's talk about actually what we put into our bodies, because that's really important as well. What foods can help support the reduction of toxic load?
It's a great question. So there's certain foods that can help with your liver, help with cleansing. And those are the ones that I've literally been talking about, and I will continue to beat the drum on Cityline for the next 10 years, your leafy greens. So specifically, I want to talk to people about cilantro. If you love cilantro, go for it, Trace, because it is such a natural cleanser. It cleanses heavy metals, liver. It's fantastic. Kale, broccoli, cauliflower. So as much of that as possible. And I'm not talking once or twice a week. I'm talking make sure you get leafy greens into your daily diet. Secondly, are foods that are high in fiber. So chia seeds and ground flax seeds. Think of this as like a little broom that goes into your system and just mops things up. It gets rid of excess waste and it gets rid of excess cholesterol in the diet. So we really want to make sure, I know Marilyn has been talking about this for years with fiber, we get enough fiber in our diet.
Oh yeah, we need all of the good stuff to push out all of the bad. And one thing I wanted to say when you were talking about natural beauty products is Dina Pugliese's The Care Principle. All natural, lipstick, lip liner, mascara, the wipes that are biodegradable. This is the stuff we need to start transitioning to. And she's got a really, really great line there. Okay, talk to us a little bit about processed foods.
So I always get this image in people's head. Processed foods, white rice, white bread. Think of it a little bit like glue, white sugar. It slows things down. So it's inflammatory. It clogs up the system. So we're not eliminating as properly as we should. And it slows down that essential detox pathway to get things out of our system. So bread is not the enemy. Fruit is not the enemy. But refined flours and sugars on a regular basis are not a good idea. And so when we want to switch to whole grains and fruits and vegetables, if possible, that are organic, that are lower in herbicides, pesticides. And the most valuable thing for people to do is to go on the Environmental Working Group site and type in the clean 15 versus the dirty dozen. Because I get that everybody can't buy 100% organic. This is a very helpful list that will show you, well, maybe buy your apples organic and your avocados. You're okay. They don't have to be organic. So please print that list off. It's great.
Such good information all the time to help improve our health and our well-being. We rely on you heavily over here, so we appreciate it. Thank you for that.